And welcome everybody to Central Valley Today. I'm Stephanie Bainham.
And I'm Alex Delgado. A happy Tuesday to you. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to begin with the mission of the Down Syndrome Association of Central California, which simply is to enhance the quality of life for people with Down syndrome and their family members through education, social, and support programs.
And joining us now is the Executive Director, Jennifer Whiting, along with Frank Perez. He's the General Manager of Lithia Subaru of Fresno, who has a strong connection to the group. So a big welcome to you both.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. And let's start with you, Jennifer, about this organization. Tell us about the Down Syndrome Associations of Central California, because this is local.
We are, yes. We were founded in 1999 by 5 local families who saw the need for a very focused support group for families who had children with Down syndrome. And since then, we've grown. We've actually even had to change our name. We started as the Fresno Area Down Syndrome Society, but we now serve from Merced all the way down to Kings County. So we're the Down Syndrome Association of Central California.
Yeah. So when you say more focused services, what do you mean?
You know, raising a child with special needs is tough. And like minds think alike, need support. So here at the association, we connect families with other families who are raising a child with Down syndrome. We are, you know, a lot of the programs we offer are not exclusive just to Down syndrome, because whether it's a genetic disorder or, you know, another anomaly in the DNA, they go through the same process. So all of our programs are open to anybody who has a child with a developmental or physical disability, but we pride ourselves on keeping up to date with the latest healthcare research, growth charts, making sure families know other families in their area, because that's where you get the most support and comfort from.
And Frank, why was it important for you and your company to support Jennifer and her mission?
Well, first of all, it's a great organization, and they do so much for the children with Down syndrome. And then from the last event, I like to call them up syndrome.
Up syndrome, I know.
They're always so happy.
Isn't that great?
So great.
Yeah, because they're just loving people and stuff. My nephew had Down syndrome, Michael Rablick, and so this is kind of like a memorial to him. So when I found out about the organization, I thought, what a great partnership we could make, and it's phenomenal. I mean, the things that we can do, and what Jennifer does, and the families that help each other. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah. And Frank, not only do you love this organization, but you presented them with a pretty hefty check. Well, your company, Lithia Subaru.
Lithia Subaru.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to say Lithia 50 times. Lithia Subaru 50 times. How did you raise the money? And this is a big chunk of money that Lithia Subaru of Fresno presented to the Down Syndrome Association.
Well, during the Subaru Share the Love event, which started like in the middle of November through the end of December, first part of January, anyone that purchased a new Subaru, Subaru of America donated $250.
Wow.
And then our store also matched up to $5,000 to help increase it, you know. So if someone purchased a car, they had that opportunity, and we were excited to do this.
A lot of people selected our charity, which was fantastic.
Yes. So tell people, with those funds, with those generous funds, what will you do?
Well, it's really exciting. As a local nonprofit, we pride ourselves on doing no state or federal funding. Every penny that we raise goes directly back to our families and the programs that we offer to the community. So getting something like this, you know, almost $45,000 just allows us to do stuff that we wouldn't normally budget for. So, you know, we've got some office improvements that we'll be doing, but we'll also be sending our families to camp again next year. We just kicked off our inaugural Camp Try 21, which Down syndrome is 3 copies of the 21st chromosome, Try 21. And while the camp itself is hosted for us, transportation is not, and that we've discovered runs upward of $10,000 to $15,000 just to charter buses up to the Bay Area. So we'll definitely be bringing buses of families again. We'll be, you know, offering new different programs, and bringing in some guest speakers that we wouldn't otherwise be able to afford for our families to hear from.
Yeah. What do you think is the one misconception of Down syndrome, having Down syndrome, that you want others to know about?
Most importantly, it's not a disease. It's a genetic disorder, so you can't catch it. You don't have a little of it. You may not be some of your attributes may not be as strong as others, but first and foremost, they're people. They're not their diagnosis. We have employees that have Down syndrome that work for us, and Steven, he's 39. We're basically the same age, and he has a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Wow.
And I call him my bodyguard, but they're so much more capable than what people give them credit for.
Yes, and I know you mentioned the camp, but for folks that might not know the background, can you mention your camp again and what's the name and what you do for these kids?
Sure. Well, somehow we connected to the Taylor Family Foundation, which runs a camp up in Livermore, and it began as a camp for individuals with children with HIV and AIDS, but over the last 25 years, they've grown and expanded and offer camps for all sorts of medical conditions, and we were lucky enough to be accepted this year and invited back for next year. And we have created our family camp. So Camp Try 21 is where we send about 122 of our individuals up to this camp and their families and siblings as well, as a chance to connect, relax, and unwind. A lot of people don't understand sometimes how many extra steps it might take to travel, and we try and make sure that they all get the equal opportunity.
And Frank, as the general manager there of Lithia Subaru of Fresno, how does it make you feel to know that your money is being put to such great use?
It warms me and everyone as a team at the store. They feel good about it. It's about giving back to the to society. I think it's a responsibility that we have as a society to give back. But it's to see these kids when they we had them come over for the check presentation. We put on we had a band and they were dancing. And it was just so much fun. And when you see that, it's just like, hey, this is what life's about.
Yes, it is.
To be happy, and they're always happy.
Yeah, we're going to make sure Frank comes with us to camp this year.
There you go.
Well, yeah, a little dance party
we can't wait to see that. Bring back pictures. But you're so right. They're so special and they deserve so much. So thank you both for giving them camp and so many other resources here in our community. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you very
Thanks for your time.
Stay with us, everybody. Pick up that hammer. It's Habitat time. Find out about all of the good work that Habitat for Humanity does in our community and how you can get involved. That's next.